I'm very shocked. I'm very, very shocked at Her Honor, the Vice President's policy statement on the Commission. She has given us statistics of 4 by-elections, for parliamentary, 22 by-elections, for local government, and 2 by-elections for council chairman. Mr. Chairman, I am a very broken man where this matter is concerned. And if I had my way, if I didn't have many things to speak about, I would have called for a moment of silence for all those who have died as a result of managing elections recklessly. We have lost liters and liters of blood, and I'm surprised that the government, through Her Honor the Vice President, did not even make a mention of those who have lost life during these useless by-elections, induced by-elections. And I'm saying this with the greatest respect.
Order, Mr. Nkombo. Mr. Nkombo, something which is in the Constitution, which we accepted as a nation, cannot be useless.
I withdraw that.
Withdraw that part indeed. I withdraw that,
and I replace it with undesirable induced by-elections by Patriotic Front. Mr. Chairman, life is great, and there's nothing greater than life. That's how life goes. There's nothing greater than life. The ECZ who prepared this policy statement have not done Her Honor the Vice President any justice by not mentioning those whose lives have been lost as a result of these undesirable, human-made by-elections that have been occasioned by luring people, inducing people to resign in order to create them. The microphone, thank you. The delivery by Her Honor the Vice President is far, far below what my expectation was. If you want to be reminded, it is as a result of these elections, ever since PF came into power, that we lost Menyani Zulu in Rufunsa at the hands of political cadres, wielding pangas and machetes. It is as a result of this expectation of mine that Mapenzi Chibulo was shot down by the police at downtown during the general election for 2016. Her life is gone 6 feet deep in cold blood. It is because of Mr. Harrison Chanda, who died in Livingstone, may his soul rest in peace, that we have allowed ourselves to transform elections from elections to dog eat dog, where the competition becomes so fierce, it becomes so ruthless that the winner must take all, that if it's live and let it die. It wasn't like this in the earlier days. Why is it like this now? We must all walk the talk. It is because of Gracia Matapa that I stand here, killed in cold blood in the run-up to the 2016 elections, at the hands of Patriotic Front cadres. Who killed him? He's 6 foot deep. Those people were convicted and they are now in jail. There's no contest about that. They were killed by Patriotic Front cadres. If you want, go to High Court and get the record. I expected that this particular moment should have been a moment of reckoning, a moment where we should sit and say, can we forgive one another? Because elections has become a reason why there's a conflict in this country. There's no other, because of dog-eat-dog attitude, where we forget we are brothers and sisters when it comes to elections because you want to hold on to power. By any means, you are ready to shed blood. Mr. Chairman, it doesn't end there. In Mulobezi, Mushauka was shot. He's still lucky he's alive. He was shot at gunpoint. And now you want to ask, where's this gun culture in elections coming from? We know where it came from. During MMD, there was no gun culture. it was pangas. Now somebody has perfected their art to bring guns so that people can be shot in cold blood because of elections. And you want to treat it as business as usual. Mr. Chairman, it is because of Lawrence Banda that I expected Her Honor the Vice President today to offer a moment of silence for all these fallen people who have mentioned, because these ones have families just like you and myself. The family is the smallest unit of social order. There will be no nation without a family. We should not trivialize these things. I know that if the ECZ had been truly autonomous, as per the opening remarks by Her Honor the Vice President, these things may not be there. They may not be there. I was shocked, Mr. Chairman. Last week we were called to a meeting at ECZ as Honorable Minister of Lands lamented in a point of order which failed and was declared incompetent here, about me talking about the ECZ's plan to stiffen the legislation about managing elections. I agree with the ECZ. But in managing these things, they must not assume the responsibility that is not theirs. Any violence that happens during election have got a criminal nature, and that matter is squarely for the police and not the ECZ. Let's hear someone who can argue here that the ECZ now must start policing violence. They can't. They have no capacity. Exactly. It's the police. When the police do their right thing, as the case was in Sesheke, they are fired by PF. Mr. Chairman, these things must be ventilated. Order. We must ventilate these things. Order. These things must not be sat upon.
Mr. Nkombo, a minute, give me a minute.
I'm not in the business of charity, because this situation that runs, this ring-fence, politics are ring-fenced in a legal framework. And Her Honor the Vice President made reference to the Electoral Processes Act. It's simple for anyone to read. Why are we failing? Why are we not able to behave like human beings? Why are we, and I'm speaking this collectively, why are we behaving like wild animals? Why should it be dog eat dog? Why should we use our teeth to smile at each other and then let our people maim one another in the street? Elections have stopped being elections in Zambia. It is a dog fight. We should drift away from that. And it's simple. In countries that have been to war, like in Mozambique here, I've been to monitor elections. In countries like Madagascar that have been ravaged with poverty and war, people are still able to vote peacefully. People are even able on the voting day to wear the party regalia to go and vote. They are able to do that. What's the difference here in Zambia? The difference is PF. Whether one likes it or not, PF requires to be sanitized. We need some detergent to remove the bad vices that PF introduced. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, tell me when you remember an election that has gone free without violence, ever since PF came into power. Those who don't value life, you continue heckling, but I'm going to stick it into your ears so that you hear. Anybody who values life, this is the moment to listen, and when your time comes, I will listen. I'm simply saying, I'm not begging for friendship. We can have an harmonious peace. We can have an harmonious peace where we just coexist. But I'm not going to allow you, Mr. Chairman, I will not sit here and allow PF put the whole country in harm's way simply because they want to make men in power. You should learn from what happened in Rwanda. You must learn. My mother told me empty cans make a lot of noise, and it's true.
Order, Mr. Nkombo, withdraw that.
There are no cans here. I withdraw that.
Withdraw that.
Honorable, saying, as leaders,
Mr. Nkombo,
here. The truth has no disguise. and the truth is painful. This country requires to be sanitized, and it starts with us. Let me tell you now, we have intermarriages in this country. You may think you are in the safe zone, brooding hate when elections come, saying all sorts of things when elections come, simply because you think that you are the high priest. Because one day you were lucky, Zambians gave you a vote to come and become the executive there. Your days are numbered. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you say. Meaning where we've reached now, this is not child's play.
We know your plans.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Order, honorable members, on my
I
right.
was busy saying those who do not appreciate peace, take time. If you don't like reading, watch a movie on the Rwandan genocide. Watch a movie on the Rwandan genocide. And then you will understand that the pace at which we are moving as a country is not a safe pace. We are not on the safe side, all of us. In case you think you're on the safe side, because you drive a GRZ car, go outside. You find former ministers here going outside. They are there. Bring some sanity to this country. It's possible. Mr. Chairman, Kaoma by-election makes me very, very sad. Because I did hear the President of the Republic of Zambia asking the police to come and bring order in Kaoma. And the police came, and I think they brought order within a short time. Little did the order come back, the PF chaps were now saying that this man must be fired because he brought order. It is true, we all saw senior members of PF agitating that the top command of the police must be fired because they brought order. Because they brought order. You can see the escalation now. From Sesheke, middle-ranked officers fired for disciplining PF cadres. That is a story that is for another day. Now, Kaoma, the top command is being threatened for bringing order. My plea to them is that don't worry, there will be fresh air soon. You go, it's all right. You've done your part. Because in these electoral processes, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, they are stakeholders. Political parties are stakeholders, like PF and ourselves. And right now, we are the two major political parties. But even infant parties now, you can see that they are learning from PF. I am told last week the police went and impounded dangerous weapons from an infant party. They are learning from who? The Godfather. We have a chance, we have an opportunity to stitch ourselves back into one cloth as a country. We do. And like I said earlier on, we don't have to be bedfellows. We must just have mutual respect, non-harmonious peace. We continue living because we are duty-bound to provide checks and balances because we are unfortunate to be on this side. But your days are numbered. Nothing exists in perpetuity. You are going. You are going. We do not know which door you use, but going is a must. You are going. Because you have mismanaged. The Electoral Commission of Zambia is not even an autonomous body. And I want to maybe end by congratulating the young man who has taken a new position in that particular organization.
On my right.
I have a message for the Director of Elections.
Order.
You go in clean, please come out clean.
Honorable
Don't be contaminated.
Dr. Malama.
Open your ears. You people are born pure. It is systems that damage them. And I was giving a goodwill message to Mr. Shindano, who is Director of Elections. Do not let the contamination reach you. Even when you are told do the wrong thing, just opt to resign because there will be a better day. There will definitely be a better day for this country because this country does not deserve. It does not, whether one likes it or not. PF was a missed call where elections are concerned. Where elections are concerned, they were a missed call. You can't have people who want to eat more than they. Look, the councillors are being bought every day. We wake up every day. This councillor has been bought. Just now we're going to Mongo to do elections for his councillor bought. His councillor was bought not long ago. People are not for sale. People are not tomatoes. If you have money, Mr. Speaker, if they have money, here we are. Try it. I am sure that you have got my message that there is nothing greater than life. And I hope that Lawrence Banda's death will be the last that we are going to record when elections are called. Otherwise, stop calling elections. I thank you.